It's opening day dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League and we are live from Lucena City at the Quezon Convention Center to be exact. And we see a couple of new teams seeing action. Ngayong gabi, first game natin, done and dusted, Bataan winning over Rizal. But our second game at hand, the Negros Muscovados taking on the Quezon Huskers, who will be backed by a really strong home crowd here, Javi. Sila Tupas, kasama si Javi Palanya. We are live on 1PH and of course the MPBL Facebook and YouTube pages. And Javi, how excited are you with this new team, the Quezon Huskers, and of course, itong Negros Muscovados?
Well, definitely very excited si Delph. Kita mo naman talagang pinaghandaan nila itong initial entry nila dito sa ating liga. They really renovated itong kanilang gym. Sobrang ganda ng venue natin ngayon, and of course, full force ang mga taga Quezon dito in support of their home team. Matagal na silang walang na-cheer on na basketball team dito, kaya naman talagang they really want to make sure that this is a stint to remember para sa kanila.
Kasama din natin at courtside Miss Mika Abisamis. Mika, you've talked to the players and of course, alam naman natin na, nakikita natin this is the first game ng kanilang kampanya. How are they and how are they approaching this ball game, Mika?
Well, you see this crowd, dito daw sila humahugot ng lakas ng loob sa Delph. Itong Negros at Quezon, lalo na itong Quezon, but they are equally prepared to showcase their new talents, their new coaches, and everything else that they have to offer here today. Sa Delph, Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And of course, we will be following her reports later on. Pero pag-usapan naman natin, Javi, yung opening ceremonies natin kanina. No, napakasaya and it was a more or less 1 hour opening, and we saw Senator Manny Pacquiao giving his speech. Our host here, Governor Helen Tan, also speaking to dito sa mga fans natin sa MPBL and yung mga muses natin, syempre nag-parade kasama sa ating 29 teams.
Yeah, aside from yung mga na-mention mo, syempre may performance rin, none other than the godfather of Pinoy rap, Andrew E. really putting on a show and really making the crowd roar dun sa kanyang performance.
And it was a showcase also of what Quezon Province has to offer. Ito yung MPBL natin. The purpose really is not just to provide for opportunities para sa ating mga players, but also to showcase itong mga probinsya na kung saan tayo pupunta. And Quezon is a new province that we are, joining dito sa MPBL.
This is a big boost for their tourism and just for them in general as a whole, as a province. As we take a look at the ating tournament format for this season, it's going to be 29 teams split again into the North and South division. It's going to be a single round robin, so everybody will play each other one time, and the top 8 teams in the North and the South will advance to the playoffs, and all playoff rounds except for our finals will be a best of 3 affair. Pagdating ng ating national championship, it's going to be a best of 5 series. Dito yan ang magiging tournament format natin. Same lang as last season, ang kaibahan lang, mas maraming teams dito sa campaign na to.
April to December ang ating liga. It's gonna be a very, very long season, Javi. Of course, Nueva Ecija is the reigning champion and they will, they will take on all challengers this season. And, one of those challengers actually is the home team, itong Quezon Huskers. And nakita natin, they've really built up their roster. Pero, pag-usapan naman natin itong Negros Muscovados. They finished, actually this team played in the 2021 MPBL Invitational and, hindi sila pumasok dun sa playoffs.
Yeah, that was the first MPBL tournament during the pandemic, and the Negros Muscovados at that time paraded a very young team of a lot of homegrown players, but ngayon, it will be a different story. They added a lot of veteran firepower to their roster. Guys like Jason Melano, Adrian Lau, Richard Albo, Kevin Villafranca coming on over from different MPBL teams dito sa Negros Muscovados as they try to give them a good first season, the first full one at that.
Well, of course, Pau Javelona is there as well, is an established name in Negros basketball. And of course, baka ito yata yung paborito mong player, Pio Longa sa team na to.
Pio Longa making his first stint professionally dito sa Negros Muscovados. A dead shot from the outside. Of course, a standout from the University of the Philippines, Fighting Maroons. making his debut for his hometown dito sa MPBL.
Richard Albo is also a mainstay here in the MPBL. He's found his way to this Negros team, and a really tough test ahead para sa team na to with the likes of Jason Melano ang nangunguna sa kanila. Pag-usapan naman natin itong Quezon Huskers. They are loaded. When I say loaded, that's not an understatement, Javi.
Oh yeah, definitely. From the guard position to the forward spot to the man in the middle, they have talent in every position. Talking about the Quezon Huskers, Brix Ramos, AJ Madrigal coming on over from the UP Fighting Maroons to make their debut professionally as well. But look at that, Jeric Teng is on that lineup, as well as reigning NCAA MVP Will Guzom. And also, hometown guys like Topeng Lagrama will be strutting their wares for the Quezon Huskers this season.
This is a very, very deep roster. Now, Francis Tamsi, who played for Iloilo previously, is also in this lineup, handled by Coach Eric Gonzalez, the man right there, together with Richie Tixon. So a lot of hope, a lot of optimism, and a lot of expectation para dito sa Quezon Huskers.
Siyempre naman, and when you have a team that's managed by a guy like Pato Gregorio, you can definitely expect na they will prepare and they will want to put on a good performance every time that they go on the court.
And we are just about ready for our main game on opening day. It's Negros against Quezon. Let's go to Richard Tampos for the starting lineups.
Quezon Convention Center. Are you ready? This is the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's MPBL 2023 regular season presented by Extreme. Time to meet the players for both teams. First, for Negros Muscovados, playing center number 7, JD Dulatre. One guard number 13, Pau Javelona. Starting at guard number 19, Luigi Cuyos. Power forward number 25, Adrian Lau. And the other forward number 18, Poison Jason Melano. Negros Muscovados is led by Jerome Aledron. Assistant coaches Juan Imperio, Vicente Plagata, George Bernard Salisa. Team manager Martin Huson, assistant team manager Luigi Herrera, and team owner or team owners John Gilbore and Grace Gilbore. And now, here's your very own Quezon Huskers! Number 2, AJ Madrigal. Number 6 from Lucban, Quezon, Brian Placino. Number 9, CJ Katapusan. Number 16, Brix Ramos. Number 20, your very own from Lucena, Topeng Lagrama. Number 24, RJ Minerva. Number 26, Mark Pangilinan. Number 40, JK Casino. Number 77, Alan Beltran. Number 12, Rodel Gravera. And the starting unit, playing center number 5, Simon Sandagon. Power forward number 7, Darrell Pascual. Also at forward number 8, Jeric Tronic Teng. One guard number 18, Tomas Torres. Also at guard, your beloved, your honorable Mayor, Mayor Mark Alcala. Quezon Huskers head coach is Eric Gonzalez. His assistants are Richie Tixon, Ed De La Torre, Luis Nolasco, Jonathan De Guzman. Team owners are Congressman Mike Tan and San Andres Mayor Ralph Lim. And this
Fireworks
point,
light
ladies
up
and gentlemen, for
the Lucena skies tonight as the Huskers begin their journey here in the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, going opposite the Negros and Muscovados. And what a way to welcome the MPBL, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Take a look at the starting lineups right here. Javelona ang mangunguna dito for Negros, but we have some pre-game pleasantries here before we begin.
Governor Dr.
Senator Manny Pacquiao, our league founder, and Governor Helen Tan of Quezon Province will do the ceremonial toss.
And of course, Delphi again would like to thank the good province of Quezon led by Governor Tan for their warm welcome dito sa atin. Talaga naman na sobrang pinaghandaan talaga itong opening day. And of course, seeing their squad go up in their first game against the Negros Muscovados, siyempre kailangan may ceremonial toss.
Senator Manny Pacquiao as well, who built this league from scratch. 2018 started with 10 teams, grew to 26, and then 31, then 22, and then 29. And the league itself is a stuff of legend. You know, kung saan tayo ngayon and where we were before. So Negros starts with Javelona, Luigi Cuyos, Anaclito Dolatre, Adrian Lau, Jason Melano. Quezon has Thomas Torres, Jeric Teng, Dar Pascual, Simone Sandagon, and Mayor Mark Alcala starting for Quezon.
And you know, to those of you who are wondering, Mayor Mark Alcala was actually a player in high school for the LaSalle Green Hills basketball team, a teammate of Richie Rivero.
Interesting. And he can ball.
He definitely can hoop.
Oh, Adrian Lau misses on that one. Teng trying to reach this pass from Torres. Very awkward para kay Jeric Teng sa sitwasyon na yun. Yung pasa alanganin eh.
Pass a little bit too forward right there. First turnover of the game, but that is going to be the first possession nitong Quezon Huskers.
Jason Melano against Teng. Jumper is good para kay Jason Melano. Moved over from Pasig to Negros, so he sinks the first basket of the ball game.
One of the leading scorers para sa Pasig City last season. And that is, you know, the move that he really likes to make during the game. He doesn't exactly get to post up his players and back them down, but when he faces up, talagang delikado siya.
Javelona to Melano. Uses the Lau pick. Couldn't shake off Teng. Melano inside. Pinahirapan ni Jeric Teng. Gets his own miss. And that's a turnover on the Muscovados.
And you're looking at this lineup here by Negros. Jason Melano played a lot of the 4 spot and even the 5 para sa Pasig City for Coach Ogie Gumatay last season. Pero ngayon, they have Adrian Lau playing that 4 spot, which moves itong si Jason Melano to the 3. Let's see how he's able to fare in that position para kay Coach Jerome this season.
Thomas Torres with an aggressive drive. He returns to the MPB. Had stints with Mandaluyong before and Caloocan as well as we go to Mika Besan.
Game movement is the main challenge for Coach Eric Gonzalez. He said, these guys are young. My bigs have not much maturity like the other contenders. So he got veteran guards like Jeric Teng and Thomas Torres, but they are out of shape, so he needs to focus on a lot of conditioning. He has other players that have the same problem in terms of their fitness to play. He also has Tamsi, who has a pulled hamstring. Will Guzom, who is not yet here today. So he said, you know, may glimpse of beauty and thank you for the hype. Kagaya nga ng sinabi mo sa Delph kanina, loaded. But there is still a lot of work to be done. Sa Delph, Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. And yung nga, no, the expectations are there. Pero, you know, Coach Jeric, very candid, very honest on his assessment with his team na wala pa sila doon. It's gonna be, it could get really, really bumpy for them this season.
Yeah, you know, but despite those remarks, Coach Jeric is a guy that, you know, can really work what he is dealt with. As Mark Alcala swatted away right there on that drive to the basket. And Coach Jeric is one of the most positive coaches we have seen in Philippine basketball. Talaga nga naman, he eggs on his players to do a good job on the floor and he equips them with the tools to be able to do so.
And both teams off to a sluggish start here in the first few possessions. Alcala fires a three. That's an air ball. He was asking for a foul. Referee Jonathan Belnas, who was right there, doesn't give it. Javelona fires a three, offline. Teng. Pascual for three. Cuyos quickly to Lau, and he scores on the break.
Great pass, but an even more impressive catch by Adrian Lau in traffic and able to get the easy 2 points on the break.
Adrian Lau previously played for Bacolod. Here's Torres. Flips it up and in. Thomas Torres. Kung wala sa kondisyon pa, out of shape pa daw sabi ni Coach Jeric, pwede na ako dyan.
You know, I beg to differ on that remark because Thomas Torres has been coming off a 3x3 stint as well as Jeric Teng. But I have had the opportunity to play a lot of pickup runs with Thomas Torres before the start of this season. And I don't think he is out of shape. In fact, he is in a lot of confidence sa kanyang laro. That's why this opportunity to start para dito kay Coach Eric Gonzalez, he's not gonna make this slip away.
And, you know, he may have been out of the limelight for a while, pero that's still some championship pedigree there.
Oh, yeah.
Torres attacks, leaves it to a teammate. And that was Sandagon who misses inside. Here's Melano, nakabuelo. Adrian Lau, jumper, that's good. And one thing about Adrian Lau is he is always ready to play.
Oh, yeah. Getting his second bucket of the game on that play.
Teng totally misses the rim. Javelona will push. Cuyos is fouled by Torres.
Itong si Luigi Cuyos seems to be a guard that loves to run in the open floor but will not hesitate to give it up to his teammate who is up ahead of him. At the same time is also very aggressive in driving to the basket as evidenced by him throwing that foul on that play.
And if you're wondering na medyo nag-ingay yung mga tao is that they have welcomed the entry of Topeng Lagrama in this ball game. And that's a homegrown player na naglaro for Pampanga last season. Good look at Coach Jerome Aledron there of Negros. JK Casino is in the game. RJ Minerva as well. Ito na. Cheers all around para kay Topeng Lagrama. Minerva fires a three. Adrian Lau picks up the rebound. Minerva gives up the foul on Javelona.
Typical set on the offensive set para dito sa Quezon Huskers. When you have Coach Eric there, you can be very sure that it's going to be a dribble drive offense para sa kanyang kupunan.
And Bill Julingo comes in. Another homegrown player. Melano spins, lost it, recovered. But a travel on Jason Melano.
That's great defense there by RJ Minerva, recovering well because Jason Melano had a good opportunity as he split the defense on that spin move. But good defense right there by Minerva to stop that.
11-4, JK Casino. JK Minerva. Back to Casino, at the top of the key. Well defended by Javelona, who slips. Beltran inside, could not finish. Here's Pau Javelona. Gives it up to Lau. Momentarily open, tried to find the Latre inside.
Those are occasions where you can say that you are being too unselfish right there. Adrian Lau already so much time and so much space to pull up for that jumper, but instead decided to go underneath. Should have shot that basketball already.
Javelona, halfway through this first quarter. The Negros in control.
It seems the bigs of Quezon are really having a hard time preventing itong mga 4s and 5s, the Negros Muscovados, from getting position on that low block.
11-4, lamang ang Negros dito. 4:43 remaining. Javelona against Casino. Javelona knocks down the 3.
Pau Javelona, not really a guy that's known for his scoring, but he does have that outside shot, really more primarily known for his hustle and spunk on the defensive end.
Nagrama. To the corner they go. No. Nagawan sa rebound. RJ Minerva picks it up. Gravera! What a jam!
No defense whatsoever there from Negros in preventing that jam. Open lane to the basket and throwing it down with one hand, Gravera.
And he had the crowd on their feet during warm-ups, Javi. No?
They're still down big here, talking about the Quezon Huskers. As we look at that jam once again, palming that basketball, launching off 2 feet and throwing it down hard. Ito si Rodel Gravera.
What a way to introduce yourself in the MPBL. Rodel Gravera and Robert Bartolo at the line. Sinks the first, the former St. Benilde Blazer. (15-6) ang ating score. Beltran collects the rebound. Here's JK Casino. Gravera. Looking for Minerva. Adrian Lau. Gravera lost it. Foul on Adrian Lau.
Was looking for a travel right there, but there was a slight movement of the hip dito ni Adrian Lau, which prompted our referees to call that foul.
(15-6) ang ating score as Quezon has yet to find its rhythm here in the first period. Casino. Gravera. Minerva. 2 seconds in the shot clock. Has to put it up. Taken away by Albo. There's a shot clock violation. And Mark Maloles and Santillan are in the ball game for Negros.
Again, good defense on the part of Negros, really looking very sharp on that end of the floor, limiting itong Quezon Huskers to just 18% from the field, 2 out of 11 while shooting 5 out of 10, 50%.
Albo for 3. That was halfway in. Rebound ni Topeng Lagrama. Quickly to Casino. Casino, great D by Bartolo. And Jolingo recovers the loose ball. Waits for Santillan. Binigay kay Maloles. Uses the Santillan pick. Maloles inside. Bartolo puts it in.
Despite being a new team, itong Negros has exhibited a great amount of patience in their offensive sets. They're really moving that ball around and recognizing the right opportunity.
And Mark Pangilinan brought here by Coach Eric Gonzalez from Bacoor. And here's someone who is actually very familiar with the MPBL style of play. Kaya, you know, you need role players like this, Javi, in your team.
That's correct. And especially in this day and age of basketball, you always want someone who can stretch the floor, knock down that outside shot, and make it easier for your attackers to be able to get inside the paint because of him making those shots from downtown.
1 for 2 para kay Topeng Lagrama, who I'm pretty sure has wowed this crowd so many times during the course of his career. Maloles to Santillan, lays it in for 2.
Lack of defensive coverage once again. An easy drive, a blow-by on that baseline, and getting the reverse was Santillan.
Casino to Pangilinan. Good line, but misses that one. Bill Gilingo. Binigay kay Maloles. Negros with a 12-point lead. Maloles out to Albo. Another one of those MPBL veterans. Bartolo. Too strong. Santillan trying to put that one in. Very athletic. You'll see Ritzer Santillan just finding a way through there. Hindi mo iba-box out yan. Mahihirapan ka talaga.
And he looks very deceiving, no? He doesn't look like a very athletic player, itong si Santillan. But he has proven that he is otherwise in his short time here on the floor. And they're skying over Alan Beltran to try and go for that putback. But instead, he was fouled. And 2 shots coming up para sa kanya.
Coach Eric Gonzalez puts in CJ Katapusan. And he's used 11 players already in this first period. So a lot of, experimentation galing kay Coach Eric.
That's definitely something that you can expect from a new team like Quezon. Hindi mo pa talaga alam kung sino yung magiging rotation mo. But I'm sure even if they played a few tune-up games, hindi pa kasi sila nakokompleto. Kaya di pa nila alam kung ano talaga yung full force na kanilang lineup.
Katapusan for 3. Offline again. Jolingo picks it up. Maloles early in the shot clock there. Lagrama to Casino. 3-pointer. Pasok yan para kay CJ Casino.
Once those shots start to go in para dito sa Quezon, it effectively brings the crowd into play. And when that happens, Negros has to be careful. Kaya they have to do everything that they can to prevent a comeback here for the Quezon Huskers.
Maloles picks up his dribble. Labas kay Albo. Albo in a bind. Maloles from the corner. That's good.
Mark Maloles, even during his days with the Lyceum Pirates, always had that penchant for hitting outside shots, and he will not be afraid even if he's missed a lot during the game.
Katapusan gives it up to Casino. Same spot. No good. Sandagon misses on the layup. 22-10. Negros wants to go for the last shot of the quarter. Maloles puts the ball on the deck. Katapusan will try to beat the buzzer. He does.
That looked good from our vantage point.
Yeah, look good, pero referees will review this one.
You could tell he really wanted to slam that home, kaya lang talaga kinapush siya ng oras doon.
And the referee signaling. And CJ Katapusan ends the first quarter with a bucket. Took off at the free throw line. Medyo mahirap yun, ha?
But of course, the former UP Fighting Maroon, very athletic forward, also played for the Adamson Falcons, looking to make an impression here.
22-12, the Negros Muscovados on top against the Quezon Huskers. We'll be right back.
Do you like winning? We got you. Okay Bet. Made by Filipinos for Filipinos. Enjoy the action and get the entertainment that you deserve. Register now. Head over to www.okbet.com and sign up.
And just a great sight to see dito sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena. Alam mo, Javi, 3 buwan din eh. Na-miss ko rin yung MPBL and alam ko nagpunta ka ng Gensan for the preseason and ganito din yung tao. But I think this is actually more because we have a bigger venue here in Lucena.
Yeah, and this is almost full right here. And the more people are continuing to come in dito sa Quezon Convention Center. And you can really see the enthusiasm and the excitement of the crowd every time Quezon is able to make a basket.
And we begin the second period. The Huskers down by 10 against the Muscovados. Muscovados, 50% shooting in that first period. 22% lang for the Huskers. But they begin the second period with the basket. First possession, Simon Sandagon lays it in for 2.
Small lineup here being paraded by Coach Jeric Gonzalez to start the second quarter. Sandagon is playing that 5 here, defending Bartolo.
To travel, took an extra step there. And now, question mark also here for Negros is that saan sila pupunta, no? Pau Javelona is not there and looks like he's coming in. Adrian Lau has returned. He had a good first quarter. Pero yun nga, no? As soon as Melano and Javelona, they have to look for other sources of offense here.
That pocket pass was too tight for it to get to its recipient.
And Maloles trying to answer my comment.
The second three-pointer of the game already para sa kanya.
And Lagrama misses on the 3. Will he get his own miss? Recovered by Maloles. 3-point shooting, 4 of 7 for Negros, 1 of 10 for Quezon. They go down low to Santillan. No basket.
Great awareness and great recognition right there by Richter Santillan, recognizing that the smaller Lagrama was on him defensively and right away trying to get position in the middle of the paint, resulting in a foul.
AJ Madrigal, first time in the ball game for Quezon. So this is already the 12th player utilized by Coach Jeric Gonzalez. Maloles to Albo. Back to Albo. Shot clock winding down. Difficult shot. Richard Super Albo puts it in to make it a 13-point lead for Negros. 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
That has been the trademark of his career, hitting those difficult shots. Ito si Richard Albo.
Madrigal, air ball on the 3.
Quezon is looking like that they're not playing on their home floor because their field goal shooting has really been atrocious compared to the spectacular percentage that Negros has had in this game. Richard Albo converting on a 3-point shot from the left corner pocket.
16-point lead para sa Negros Muscovados. The Huskers stunned on their home floor. 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back. Richard Albo, who's had stints with Navotas and Bacolod over the course of his MPBL career, has brought that veteran presence dito sa Negros Muscovados. They've done well here in their early moments of their MPBL debut. 30-14 lamang po sila. So they have two pass kasama si Javi Palanya and of course Mika Abesamis at courtside, bringing you the action dito sa Quezon Convention Center. Jeric Teng lost it. Santillan is fouled by Teng. And he's still looking for his timing. No, hindi rin ganun kadali makuha yung timing, especially at this level, Javi.
Oh yeah, and you know, even a guy like Jeric Teng, who has played at the highest level already in the PBA, was a standout coming out of UST. He's also human, no? So if you're coming from a state out of shape, you really have to put in the time, put in the work to be able to get back to your old playing form.
Thomas Torres, 3 opportunities there for Negros in that possession. Katapusan swiped away by Pau Javelona, and a foul whistled on the Muscovados guard.
Able to see that there was no defender in front of him, and instead of swinging that basketball to the right side, puts the ball on the deck and attacks the teeth of the defense, resulting in a foul drawn laban dito sa Negros.
And CJ Katapusan at the line. It's the first. Some words of encouragement from the fans here as Katapusan misses on the second. Let's go to Mika Bisam.
Talking about Negros Muscovados, Coach Jerome Aledron is a defense-oriented coach. Hence, these guys will be limiting a lot of shots throughout the season. This also speaks of his acquisition of Pau Javelona and Jason Melano. Now, 70% of his boys are from Manila and from different systems. All they want is to just win this game today and take it from here. Nakwento din ni Coach, bawal daw siya magalit because of health issues. Yan daw ang huling reminder niya sa boys. Sa Delph, Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Again, yung dulo ng report ni Mika yung tumatatak sa akin eh.
That's a very interesting piece of information, ha?
Dinudugtungan lagi ni Mika yung report niya ng humanized nugget of information, which is bawal magalit si Coach Jerome.
Oh, kanina bawal mag-pork eh.
Oh.
Ngayon bawal magalit. Yung Rizal bawal daw mag-pork.
Oh.
Ngayon naman si Coach Jerome bawal magalit. That's very hard for a head coach.
Oh, but you see Coach Jerome, they're very cool, calm, and collected.
And His squad is doing a good job so far, on both ends of the floor, really preventing a major comeback by Quezon.
And there's a foul on the floor. They're discussing. Oh,
Javelona for unsportsmanlike behavior.
and Javelona has been whistled for a technical for unsportsmanlike behavior.
And I'm not really quite sure what happened there on why the technical was called against Pau Javelona.
That's his second. So Thomas Torres. So possession goes to Negros. So and a jump ball after that. So interesting call. Parang hindi naman nagalit si Pau dun, ha?
I think he was caught saying something on the release of the shot, kaya narinig ng ating mga referees, hence the technical foul. But, that's just something that I'm speculating on.
They go to Adrian Lau inside. That will drop. And last touch on Pau Javelona. And it's a foul, actually. And that's the third on Pau Javelona, so he has to go back to the bench. And Mark Maloles hit a couple of three-pointers here in this ball game already. Binalik siya ni Coach Jerome Aledron. 30-16. Madrigal. Thomas Torres. They blitz on that pick and roll, and that's last touch on Negros player.
They know the capabilities of Thomas Torres as a scorer. Hence, on that pick and roll defense, they trapped him and blitzed him, forcing him to give up that basketball. But possession will stay with the Huskers.
Torres to Casino. Teng. Sandagon to Pascual. Broken play, no problem. Dito sa Quezon Huskers, they'll take it.
Like you mentioned earlier, Sidelf, it's going to take some time for guys like Sandagon, who moved on over from the college level, to get used to the style of play here in the MPBL. Of course, coming off a fresh stint with the FEU Tamaraws in the UAAP. Iba na talaga kasi yung physicality dito sa level ng MPBL compared to the amateur leagues.
And Santilla and Cuyos actually kept that possession alive para dito sa Negros. Another newcomer, Brix Ramos, enters the fray for Quezon.
Last year's team captain of the UP Fighting Maroons.
Bartolo, 3 seconds in the shot clock. Bartolo spins, blocked by Pascual. Here's Teng. Ramos for 3. Too strong. Rebound ni Maloles. And Negros will wisely slow it down.
That outside shot is something that Brix Ramos really does need to work with if he wants to make a dent on his career dito sa kanyang unang MPBL season. He's a tall guard. He can put the ball on the floor and attack the basket. But to be more effective and to get more time, he has to be able to hit that shot from the outside.
30-18. Bartolo. Travel. Move this pivot foot there.
Shuffled upon the receipt of that basketball. At patuloy yung mabilis na ikot ng tao ni Coach Jeric Gonzalez dito si Delph.
He's looking for the right combinations here. Ramos. The Teng. Now Minerva. Lau staying in front of him. Minerva forced that one. And a foul on Lau, who played really, really good defense there up until the final minute.
That's why he was very frustrated after that call. He thought he really did a good job on that attack by RJ Minerva. But Minerva, as you said, forcing the issue and really wanting to get that basket up and in. He gets a foul nonetheless. So 2 shots coming up for RJ Minerva.
RJ Minerva makes the first free throw.
This game has slowed down considerably here in the second quarter.
We're halfway through the second quarter only.
It feels like it's been a while already after an up and down start to this game in the opening period. Both teams committing a lot of fouls.
Yeah, Melano having trouble there. Negros already in the penalty. Tatlong team fouls naman for Quezon. Here's Lau. 5 seconds to shoot. Melano. Oh, tough shot. Tough shot. Jason Melano. Dalawang bantay dun.
One of the All-Stars last season representing Pasig City. And Jeric Teng showing glimpses of his old self. That is something that he can bring to the table. First basket of this game in his return here to the MPBL. Jeric Teng, former UST Growling Tiger, getting 2 points.
Showing some flashes of his old self. Look at this. Loses the defender with a quick spin cycle. Jeric Teng feeling it here in the second period. But the Huskers still down by 11 to the Muscovados. We'll be right back.
Again, Mark Paulo Taino and Jimbo Amadeo. And ang ating mga contestants mamaya sa ating half-court shootout courtesy of Suzuki. Where a chance to win is Suzuki Happiness Motorcycle.
Nagbabalik ang inyong Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 2023 season. Jason Melano, priced acquisition para sa Negros Muscovados. His averages from last season, 14.5 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 45% shooting. And this is the advantage kung binuo mo ng maaga itong team mo. Negros has been preparing for a while now. And they've managed to sign up Jason Melano, and malaking bagay yun, to have a battle-tested player in your squad here in the MPBL.
Especially a player as versatile as Jason Melano. He can play the 3, he can play the 4, he can shoot from the outside, he can put the ball on the deck. And of course, yung experience yung pinaka-importante dyan for a new team like Negros to be able to have that kind of leadership.
Melano played for Bulacan and played for Batangas and Pasig as well. So he's been around in the MPBL. Santillan trying to go behind the back. Nabitaw ng bola. Cuyos picks it up. Drop pass to Bartolo. And what a play by Luigi Cuyos.
And he continues his fine play, attacking the defense, attracting it, and leaving it off for a teammate for an easier attempt at the basket.
The crowd very uneasy at the moment. Their Huskers are down by 13, but here's a steal by RJ Minerva. 3-on-2 break, and Minerva lost it. Melano inside, wala, but the stick back falls in. May have been mukhang si Beltran yung nakatapik nun papasok, pero that will be credited to Melano. Minerva, quick passing here. Beltran doesn't shoot. Katapusan fires. Too strong. Ang tapik napunta kay Cuyos.
The woes continue here offensively para sa Quezon.
Katapusan picks up the rebound. Here's Casino. Brix Ramos. Inside to Minerva. Not the most polished pass break, but nonetheless, they score, the Huskers.
3 players able to touch the rock on that play. Brix Ramos able to get it to a cutting RJ Minerva on that trail job. And RJ Minerva has been doing a good job of really forcing the issue and getting something out of it.
Well, when things are not going as planned, you would want someone to really be aggressive, and Minerva has stepped up.
That's correct. Another chance at the free throw line para dito kay RJ Minerva, but that was a good setup job by Brix Ramos, sidestepping into the lane and leaving it para dito kay RJ Minerva.
The lead is at 12 points para sa Negros. Here's Maloles. Uses the Santillan pick. Inside again. Bartolo. May 7 puntos na si Robert Bartolo.
Because of that fall by a Quezon player, the defense of the Huskers was left in shambles, which opened up the lane para kay Santillan. And here, the Muscovados on the run again.
That's 2 free throws for Cuyos. And they're playing very smart and very efficient itong Negros. No, they, as much as possible, hindi nila masyado inuubos yung shot clock nila. They attack mid-shot clock. And that time, si Cuyos maaga kasi there's a fast break opportunity.
When they get the defensive rebound, they assess first if there is a chance to go in transition and get an easy 2 points early in the 24. But if there isn't, they set it up, they move the ball around, they're patient. But also, like you said, hindi nila inuubos yung shot clock. They take it at the best time during at the 10-second mark of the 24-second shot clock.
And Luigi Cuyos missing on the first free throw. He's got 5 points and 3 rebounds, and make that 6 points para kay Luigi Cuyos. 39-24 ang ating score. First game of the season, first game of the franchise para sa Quezon Huskers and the Negros Muscovados. Minerva. Quick hands by Melano and a foul on Minerva. That will send Melano. That's an offensive foul. Alan Beltran goes back to the bench. We expect some growing pains for both teams, but it looks like si Quezon ang nagkakaroon talaga ngayon.
They're looking very sharp here, talking about the Negros Muscovados.
Bartolo, the kick out. Melano will fire. Too strong. Rebound Thomas Torres, fouled by Santillan. And Torres will go to the line for free throws, and Topeng Lagrama. Crowd asking for Topeng.
And it seems to be that everybody here inside the venue really wanting Topeng Lagrama to do a good job here on the floor.
They know what he's capable of. I saw a couple of ang tawag doon, yung may placard na may mukha niya dito. Meron eh. Doon sa side ng bench ng Quezon, meron na 6 points si Thomas Torres.
He really is a crowd favorite here at the Topeng Lagrama because of his exciting style of play.
No, he really formed a really good combination with the likes of Alex Ramos, Dom Vera sa team ng Pampanga last year.
Of course, also conniving with the leader, Archie Concepcion, and see guys like Jason Apolonio to form a really deadly team last year para sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Maloles lost it to Lagrama. Here's Topeng. Serving the floor to Teng. And immediately, Topeng Lagrama making things happen for the Huskers.
Palakas na palakas yung sigaw as long as he is holding that basketball, the longer that he holds onto that ball, talagang lumalakas yung sigaw ng mga tao dito.
And I can only imagine when he hits a 3.
Oh, yeah.
Baka sa logo ng Quezon Province yung Trestin. Topeng La Grama. But Jeric Teng, it may take a while, but kumbaga, class is permanent.
Oh, yeah.
Form is only temporary with regards to someone like Jeric Teng.
And he's getting his touches. He's getting his opportunities. Just a matter of time, really, before he gets back into the old groove of things.
8-second violation, and Thomas Torres is pumped up. And I think, again, watching what happened here, yung depensa ng Quezon sana kung saan dapat magmumula yung kanilang atake ngayon. It has to start with their defense now.
Yeah, because they've allowed Negros to do their thing offensively, get the ball into the basket, drive inside the lane, hit three-point shots. So they have to be able to force turnovers here and get easy baskets on their end of the floor so that they can counter this hole that they are in.
And Coach Eric Gonzalez sues for time. Muscovados still in control with an 11-point lead as Quezon continues to find their rhythm dito. Hinahanap pa rin nila. We'll be right back. Back inside the Quezon Convention Center kung saan ang Negros Muscovados ay merong 11-point lead against the Quezon Huskers. Senator Manny Pacquiao, our founder, here and talking to Governor Helen Tan of Quezon Province. Commissioner Kenneth Doremde is on your screens as well with basketball operations head Emer Oreta. 66 seconds remaining here in the first half. Pangilinan from the corner. Pasok yan!
That is exactly what he is there to do. Hit shots from the outside. And that is a much-needed basket. Now they're able to put this down to single digits as we wind down our second period.
It's been a while since single digits ang kalamangan, Javi, ng Negros. But here's Jason Melano in trouble. 3 seconds to shoot. Maloles has to fire. Almost went in. Torres tracks down the loose ball. Gives it up to Teng. Jeric Teng to Sandagon, who gets fouled by Villafranca.
That was a good call by our officials. Villafranca was arguing that his hands were up at di naman natamaan, but there was a lot of contact in the body and he didn't go straight up. Pa-forward yung kanyang talon, kaya naman na-foul dito si Sandagon.
Sandagon has a lot of potential here. He's got a really good physical attributes, Avi.
He has the height, he has the length, and he's very athletic as well. And you know, to be under the tutelage of a guy like Coach Eric Gonzalez, it's gonna be a lot more to come para sa kanya.
25 seconds remaining. We will stay in the air as Negros has seen its lead trimmed to just 6 points with 25 seconds remaining here. And the one thing that if you're Negros na ayaw mo mangyari is the crowd getting into it. And unting-unti na nabubuhayan itong crowd after being very, very quiet for most of this first half.
Yeah, they don't want to fall into a sense of complacency here, talking about Negros, because yun na nga, like what you said and what I mentioned earlier, it's really the crowd that is gonna make this team breathe life. Kaya Negros has to do everything that they can to prevent a comeback and keep Quezon at bay.
Alam mo, judging from, the size of this venue, I think this is probably the biggest.
Yeah.
From, dun sa mga road games natin.
I think so too, yes. And this could easily be one of the nicest, if not the nicest venue. So what a way for Quezon to enter the MPBL, huh? Really glamorous, spectacular, all the nice things that you could say.
Oo. Yun nga yung natin ang goal din natin to showcase the province of our respective teams here in the MPBL. Just a single second separating the game clock and the shot clock. Maloles. Quite surprised na hindi pinasok si Pau Javelona for this final possession. But here come the Muscovados. Maloles. Cuyos. Time winding down. Jumpers and air ball. And a good stop to end the first half. Topping Lagrama banks in the 3 from half court, but that will not count.
Can you just imagine if that counted? The shouts would have been much louder.
Hindi ko alam, baka magkaano dito.
Baka mag-collapse sa itong venue na to pag nangyari yun.
Not counted. But nonetheless, the Huskers getting some momentum as we end the first half of action dito sa Quezon Convention Center. Not by as many as 14 points in that first half. They've managed to claw their way back in the ball game. Negros still ahead though, 39-33 as we go to Mika Abesamis.
Maraming salamat. Kasama ko ngayon ang isang napaka-importanteng tao na si Governor Dr. Helen Tan. Ma'am, first of all, thank you very much for welcoming us to this beautiful province. Take me through your thoughts, ma'am. Kamusta yung unang experience nyo na napanood nyo ang MPBL dito sa inyong napakagandang Coliseum?
Grabe yung kaba kasi syempre first time nga and ang ating mga kalalawigan talagang inabangan ito. But nagsisimula pa kami, late din namin nabuo itong team na ito. So, nakita ko ang laki ng potential. Yung depensa, nandun siya.
At dahil po dyan, ma'am, can you please help me in inviting the fans to support the Quezon Huskers?
Yes, sa atin po mga kalalawigan, kung nasaan man po kayo, nasa ibang bansa or ibang lugar dito sa ating bansa, inaanyayahan ko po kayo na subaybayan natin ang games ng MPBL, ang ating Quezon Huskers, bago po ito na team at inaasahan po natin napakalaki na magagawa ng suporta ng ating mga kalalawigan.
Maraming salamat po, ma'am. Once again, that was Governor Dr. Helen Tan. Magbabalik po ang OK Bet Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Do you like winning? We got you. OK Bet. Made by Filipinos for Filipinos. Enjoy the action and get the entertainment that you deserve. Register now. Head over to www.okbet.com and sign up.
Alright, at ngayon mga kaliga dito sa Quezon Convention Center, itaas sa mga kamay sa mga gusto ng souvenir basketball mula sa MPBL. Come on! Who wants some basketball? Put your hands up. Itaas sa mga kamay at sumigaw! Alright, pero bago yan, eto muna. Isa sa inyong pinakahihintay, ang ating half-court shootout. Sino kaya ang mag-uuwi nitong Suzuki Avenue Motorcycle? Ito, with the special participation of Bukal Julius J. Luces, Provincial Board Member, District 1. Ito po. You have a chance to win this brand new Suzuki Avenue Motorcycle. Alright, Bukal, galingan nyo sa pag-shoot para maiuwi nyo itong brand new Suzuki Motorcycle. Alright, first try, up! Munti ka na, in fairness. Eto, second try. Hoy! Akala ko shoot na. Next up. Wala ba si Jimbo Amadeo? Jimbo Amadeo. Alright, eto na. Eto si Jimbo Amadeo. Mark Paulo Tainio. Nasaan ka na, Mark Paulo Tainio? Ito na ang pagkakataon mong manalo ng brand new Suzuki Avenue Motorcycle. Alright, forfeited na. Ito. Alright. Mark Paulo Tainio. Ito muna, si Jimbo Amadeo. Alright, Jimbo, it's your turn. Galingan mo sa pag-shoot. Jimboy! Munti ka na, Jimbo. Isa pa, galingan mo. So you could win this brand new Suzuki Avenue Motorcycle. Eto na kaya yun? Oy! Sayang. Mark Paulo Tainio, susunod. Bilisan natin para mabilis din namin maibigay itong Suzuki Avenue Motorcycle. Eto na. Jimbo Amadeo, take it away. First try. Lakasan mo pa ng konti. Baka sakali, Jimbo. Eto na kaya! Yangsa! Alright, thank you very much sa ating mga contestants. And as promised, eto na mga kaliga. MPBL is always supporting the grassroots basketball program with the Governor, Dr. Helen Tan. Ang kampyon ng serbisyong tunay at natural, kauna-unahang babaeng gobernadora ng probinsya ng Quezon. Kaya sa mga gusto ng souvenir basketball, itaas sa mga kamay at iwagayway! with MPBL Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, Head of Basketball Operations Emerson Oreta, Executive Officer Joe Ramos, at syempre ang ating butihing MPBL Founder Pambansang Kamao, Manny Pacman Pacquiao. Attorney Glenn Kakal, nandyan din. Ating mga VIPs. Galingan sa pagsalo. And ating souvenir basketball courtesy of Molten. MPBL founder, and again special thanks to Governor Dr. Helen Tan.
Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari.
At hindi pa dyan nagtatapos mga kaliga. Meron pa tayong half-court shootout this time around. Courtesy of OKBet. Together we win with OKBet. Ang makakashoot, meron namang free credits. Courtesy of OKBet. Unahin na natin si Cedric Relao. Cedric, come on.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. MPBL na. MPBL na.
Cedric Relao. Meron kang 2 attempts. Galingan mo para manalo ka ng credits mula sa OKBet. Up! Isa pa. Cedric Relao. Baka kulang sa palakpak mga kaliga. Palakpakan natin si Cedric. Pampabuenas. Alright, thank you Cedric. Ngayon naman si Noel Alcaraz. Macho Noel Alcaraz. Saktong-sakto.
Basketball na muna tayo. Iwasan na ang mga bisyo.
Galingan mo, Noel Alcaraz, to win a free credits mula sa OKBet. Last chance mo na, Noel. Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Susunod naman si Jeff Madamba. Carl Satparam. Last contestant natin, si Carl Satparam. Pagkakataong manalo ng credits mula sa OKBet. Free credits para maglaro ng libre sa OKBet. Yan ang chance mo, Carl. Oh, thank you very much. Alright, yan po ang ating OKBet half-court shootout. Together, we win. At eto pa, mamibigay ng freebies ang OKBet. Put your hands up.
Halftime here at the Quezon Convention Center as the Quezon Huskers play host to our opening day games ng inyong 2023 OK Bet MPBL regular season. As we bring you the highlights in that first half of action, the Muscovados coming in and silencing this crowd early on. Jason Melano, Javelona, and Mark Maloles combining in that first half. Pero nung second quarter, Jeric Teng and the Quezon Huskers slowly but surely coming back into this ball game. The biggest lead was at 16 points at 30-14. But natapos ang ating first half at 39-33 happy.
After only able to score 12 points in that first quarter, itong Quezon Huskers really did a much better job in that second period, scoring 17, but also allowed Negros to still score 21. Kaya naman, the Muscovados are still on top here by 6. You look at the numbers at the half, 45% field goal shooting, 31% para sa Quezon. That was much worse at the early goings of our first quarter. That was as low as 18%. And the difference also, yung 3-point shooting, much like what happened in our first game, Negros has been dominating the outside shooting. 5 out of 10, a very high 50% from that area, while Quezon struggles as well from the 3-point country. 2 out of 15 lamang sila dyan. But Quezon has been able to go to the line much more often. 13 out of 16, while Negros only 4 out of 8. Kaya lang talagang mas marami sila nako-convert from the field. And also they are dominating the rebounding department, plus 9 in that area.
Well, the rebounds for plus 11 rather, 27-16. Bart Bartolo with 7 points, Melano, Maloles, and Cuyos with 6 points apiece. And Tomas Torres ang nanguna dito for Quezon with 7, and Teng, Minerva, and Sandagon with 4 apiece. And lost in this Negros, stat line, ang hindi natin nakita is that off the bench, Ritzer Santillan played 11 minutes in that first half, had 9 rebounds and 4 assists to go with his 2 points. Just an impressive stat line for someone who's playing his first ever MPBL game.
That's correct, and he really has proven us very wrong. At first glance, makikita mo, he's just a physical player who likes to get down and dirty sa loob ng ating paint. But he is very athletic as well, and using that to get those rebounds.
And napakalaking bagay nga yun para kay Coach Jerome Aledron na bawal magalit in this campaign ng ating MPBL. Javelona got into foul trouble, 3 fouls in that first half, kaya limitado ang kanyang action dito. He's played only 7 minutes in this ball game. He's got 3 points. Para naman kay Coach Eric Gonzalez, we've been trying to figure out as well kung anong pwedeng mangyari sa team niya. Take a look at some halftime festivities dito. Senator Manny Pacquiao, our MPBL founder, giving away some basketballs. Kasama si Governor Dr. Helen Tan of Quezon Province. So, lahat ng tao dito sa Quezon, sa Lucena, ay masaya ngayong gabi.
They would be much happier if their team would be able to come back and take the lead here and eventually win the game. Let's see what adjustments both teams have made at the half in their dugouts sa ating second half. And Coach Eric Gonzalez, still a lot of time for him to figure out what combinations will work for him. But he wants na may chance rin naman sila manalo dito sa game na to.
Oo naman. And Coach Eric is no stranger to the MPBL. He coached Iloilo. And of course, he's one of the more notable names in Philippine basketball. Been part of some big programs. FEU as coach in the PBA as well. And we're just about ready to begin the third period. Mayor Mark Alcala starts alongside Tomas Torres, Jeric Teng, Daryl Pascual, and Simon Sandagon. Here's Alcala.
And that is foul number 4 on Pao Javelona. You could just see the frustration he exhibited after being whistled for that.
And referee Gerard Belnas right in front of that play.
He can't believe it. Ito si Pao Javelona, but there was contact right there on the arm of Mark Alcala.
Teng to Sandagon. Attack. Sandagon unable to finish. Rebound ni Maloles.
That's still a good offensive possession para sa kanila. Putting the ball on the deck, ito si Sandagon, recognizing his advantage in speed and athleticism.
Javelona asking for it against Alcala. That's a foul on Alcala, using his veteran smarts there.
Oh, and interesting that Coach Jerome did not sub out Pau Javelona, instead taking out Mark Maloles back to the bench.
And Gantalao, first time in the ball game. Javelona attacks. And Alcala just unable to complete the steal. Nice D though. 39 to 33, 6 seconds in the shot clock for Negros. Lau back to Javelona, bounce pass inside, the extra pass to Melano. He's fouled by Jeric Teng. Quick passing inside there for Negros.
And despite the shot clock winding down, Negros not pressured right there, making the right play. Started it off with Pau Javelona, bouncing it to Adrian Lau, who found Jason Melano on the cut.
Melano sinks the first. Let's go to Mika Bisap.
Alam nyo si Delph Javi, this could actually be the shortest report I have ever done, pero full in thought. Isang sentence lang ang sinabi ni Coach Eric Gonzalez sa akin as to what he told the boys. Naniniwala na kayo sa sinabi ko sa kakayanan ng kalaban. Pwede na ba tayo maglaro? Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Mika. Very interesting. Very thought-provoking as well. Now, it seemed like Quezon may have underestimated Negros as Alcala completes the steal, gives it up to Torres, to Sandagon, who lays it in with the left hand.
Making up for his missed attempt earlier to begin this second half. Sandagon, great pass from Thomas Torres to set him up.
41 to 35. Lau against Pascual. Nice help by Sandagon. And they complete the stop. Gantala whistle for the foul, trying to stop the fast break.
And that is just experience for you. Para dito kay Thomas Torres, nakita niya na medyo alanganin yung pasa, so he adjusted his position and met the rock. As you see there, the finish on the stretch with the left hand by Simon Sandagon. And effectively, ito si Thomas Torres will take some shots here.
Oh, it looks like a technical.
Foul on Negros Muscovados, number 25, Adrian
Lau.
Lau, for disrespectfully addressing the game official. Technical free throw, Thomas
Frustration
Torres.
on it on the part of Adrian Lau. And, you know, sa sitwasyon dito ngayon, it's going to be very, very difficult to get Quezon back in this game and get this crowd into it.
But this is just a 5-point lead. And the starters here in the second half, the same group that Coach Eric Gonzalez started with in this game, have been doing a better job on the floor.
Alcala to Pascual. Teng on the handoff. Teng umatake, leaves it to Sandagon using the left hand.
You look at the way that he adjusted in midair. That was very impressive. Got off with 2 feet, but saw that the defense was right there, so went to the other side of the basket and finishing with a reverse. This is just a 3-point advantage.
Gantalao leaves it to Melano. Spins, could not finish. Isa pa para kay Jason Melano.
Relentless on the glass as always. Ito si Jason Melano, not really your tallest player, but definitely one of the most hardworking, and he really has great timing going for those rebounds. A double-double machine and a stint with Pasig City last year. As you look at one of the more prominent names in Philippine basketball, Boss Pato Gregorio and Coach Ryan Gregorio.
That's basketball royalty right
Oh yeah,
there.
definitely.
Melano looking to track down his own miss as Quezon able to recover. They're down by 5. Thomas Torres lost his balance pero nabigay niya kay Jeric Teng ang bola. Teng against Gantalao. 8 seconds of shot clock. Alcala for 3. That's good! If there are questions about Mayor Mark Alcala's ability to play at this level, he answers it right there.
And of course, everybody in this gym shouting in support of that shot by Mayor Alcala.
And he gets the block as well. Lau inside. There's a foul on Daryl Pascual. The crowd chanting. Yan lang po ang and that's the yung experience ng MPBL. You have to be at the venue to feel and experience it.
That's one of the good things nitong ating liga, no? You really have a team that represent the province, a city. Kaya yung fans talaga, they feel so indebted and they really embody the spirit that the team wants to have.
Yung emotional attachment nandun. Pero ako, ano ako ngayon? Neutral. May mga teams din ako na emotionally attached ako. Dahil kung saan ka nanggaling eh. Di ba? Dalawa nga team namin eh. Sa probinsya. 44-41. Teng, nakawala. The one-hander is good.
That has really been his shot all his career. That one-handed floater. Jump stops and gets that one up and in. Jeric Teng. 6 points in this game.
Lau lost his balance. Was looking for a foul again. He has to be careful, already on a technical.
This is just a 1-point ball game, Sadelf.
Yeah, 16-point lead earlier for Negros. Wala na yun. Melano. Could have traveled there, pero no call. Quezon with a chance to take the lead. Torres to Alcala for 3. Pasok yan!
If you think he's just there just because he's the mayor, that is not correct. He is there because he can play.
6 points for Mayor Mark Alcala. Making the city of Lucena proud here as Melano misses. And that's the go-ahead basket as well, as Quezon is on an 18-point turnaround here. Torres setting up Alcala. Beautiful touch, beautiful stroke. Gets the crowd on its feet here at the Quezon Convention Center. Maloles. Can Negros respond here? Jason Melano against Beltran. Melano goes left, unable to score that time. Crowd favorite, Topeng Lagrama is in the game. Lagrama to Minerva. Here's Alcala, puts the ball on the deck, recovers. Alcala misses. Melano quickly to Gantalao. Albo is free inside and Albo will score.
Could have been an opportunity to stretch the lead right there para sa Quezon. But Alcala just failing to hit on that point-blank shot.
Teng using the left hand. Wala. That's last touch on Beltran. Tie game at the moment. Solid minutes. Para kay Mayor Mark Alcala as he goes back to the bench. Mark Pagilinan and JP Casino have entered the ballgame.
2-point guard lineup para dito kay Coach Eric Gonzalez with Casino and Lagrama on the floor.
Lau. Free throw line jumper, no good. Gantalao asking for a foul there.
You just love it when the crowd is cheering on their home team.
Topeng Lagrama. With Casino, RJ Minerva. Pangilinan. Lagrama for 3. Pasok yan!
After hitting only 2 3-point shots in the first half, they now have 3 here in the third quarter alone.
Minerva comes up with a steal. Pangilinan tried to tap it to a teammate. Lagrama! Oh. But Coach Jeric Gonzalez loving the hustle from his team. They look rejuvenated here in the third period as we take a look at Topeng Lagrama hitting from beyond the arc and Gantalao on the other end scoring. Para matapyas sa kalamangan ng Quezon to just a single point. Casino. Goes to Beltran. Back to Casino. Natapik ni Gantalao. Melano to Albo. Gantalao able to recover. And a foul whistled on Topeng Lagrama. Just the fourth. No, already the penalty on Quezon actually.
Now it's Negros having a hard time executing offensively in this third quarter while Quezon has been free-flowing sa kanilang mga sets. And it seems that one-liner na binitawan ni Coach Jeric at the half sa kanyang kupunan really resurrected the fire inside itong Quezon Huskers.
2 for 2 para kay Gantalao as the Muscovados regain the lead. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Just a 1-point game. Casino. Lagrama. Inanap si Beltran. I thought he was getting ready to take the shot. Maloles. Albo open. Yes!
You give him that much space. Richard Albo will definitely knock it down 9 times out of 10.
Lagrama to Pangilinan. Could not answer as Beltran is fouled on that putback.
Trying to make up for that turnover where he was not able to receive that pass in the possession prior to this. It's important for guys like Alan Beltran to be able to provide some production in that position para naman guminhawa rin ang buhay ng mga gwardiya nila. And they really need that production from the inside, talking about the Quezon Huskers.
Alan Beltran short on the first free throw. Richard Albo now the leading scorer in this ballgame with 10 points. 0 for 2 for Beltran, but Minerva gets the offensive rebound. Pangilinan misses on the 3. Beltran taps it to Albo. Albo all the way. 5 straight points para kay Richard Albo, and it's a 6-point lead for Negros as Albo is up to 12 points.
Outrunning Thomas Torres right there. But Minerva able to back that 3-point shot down.
7 puntos para kay RJ Minerva. Both teams trading punches here in the third period. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Here's Melano. To Maloles will fire. Just the type of shot that Quezon wanted Negros to take. And Pangilinan running the floor and finishing. May 5 puntos na si Mark Pangilinan and the lead of Negros is down to 1.
5 points already, but only 1 3-point shot to his name sa laro na to. Ito si Mark Pangilinan. That was an excellent feed by Thomas Torres to get him that basket.
Here's Albo. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Albo. And rims out. Here's Thomas Torres. Inside to Beltran. What a pass. Thomas Torres to Alan Beltran, and the Huskers with a 7-0 run of their own.
Pulling the defense with that no-look pass. Another great setup by Thomas Torres.
Gantalao trying to wiggle free of the D. May foul. RJ Minerva is whistled for the personal. Dalawang free throw ulit para kay Jonathan Gantalao. CJ Katapusan returns to the ball game together with Simon Sandagon.
I'm actually quite surprised, and it is also nice to see, Sedelf, that Thomas Torres is getting this opportunity for the Quezon Huskers because he was a late addition para sa kanilang kupunan. He was without the team until I think 2 weeks prior to this season, and yet he's still able to get the starting job, and his fine play in this game has merited him more time on the floor, and that trust hindi niya pinabayaan.
Always nice to see players able to, revive their careers here in the MPBL as Gantalao has 6 points. Muscovados again on top by 1. Katapusan takes the 3. Too strong. Rebound to Torres. Got hit by Melano. No call though. Gantalao lays it in. He's got 8 points in the quarter. Tatlo ulit ang lamang ng Negros, but that is erased by Mark Pangilinan, who ties the game at 59. Meron na ring 8 points. Ito si Mark Pangilinan.
I'm loving the action, the back and forth here in this third quarter between these two squads.
Melano in the lane. There's a whistle going against Pangilinan.
With Negros asserting their dominance in the first half.
Oh, it's on Katapusan rather.
But itong Quezon was able to come back here in the third quarter, and they really are sizing up each other very well, matching punch for punch, blow by blow.
It's very, very interesting because kanina hirap na hirap makascore itong dalawang teams natin at some point in the ball game, but now ang quarter scoring natin ngayon 26-21.
Wow.
So 1 for 2 para kay Melano. Pangilinan for 3. Air ball. Sandagon to Katapusan. Can he beat the buzzer again? Doesn't look like it, pero referees will check just to make sure.
But what a quarter it has been, Sidel, for these two teams. And lucky for Quezon that they've been able to use that motivation by Coach Jeric at the half. That basket will not count.
26-21 ang the best scoring quarter for both Negros and Quezon rather. As the Quezon has been able to trim this 116-point lead to just a single point as we head into the final quarter. It's Negros 60, Quezon 59.
Do you like winning? We got you. OK Bet. Made by Filipinos for Filipinos. Enjoy the action and get the entertainment that you deserve. Register now. Head over to www.okbet.com and sign up.
Back inside the Quezon Convention Center. Ito, kailangan nating batiin yan. That's our finance team dito sa MPBL. Mga VIP natin yan.
Oo, syempre led by our treasurer, Ryan De Pedran.
And syempre, we are So happy to be here at the Quezon Convention Center in Lucena for our opening day ng 2023 OKBet MPBL regular season. And hoping for more visits dito sa Quezon Province. Brand new territory para sa ating Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Brand new team, brand new venue here. And talaga naman na we are being treated to great action here in this second half by the Quezon Huskers. Ayaw nila na masayang yung punta ng kanilang mga fans dito, and they really are trying their best to chalk up their first victory ever in the MPBL in this game.
Speaking of also trying to make history, that's the same case with the Negros Muscovados, who are also an expansion team. And Muscovados start with Gantalao, Lao, Santillan, Cuyos, and Albo. Gantalao had 8 points in the third quarter. Cuyos misses on the three. Gantalao has smartly gotten some fouls and has gone to the line several times in this second half. And he's surely made an impact off the bench.
Yeah, because of that, he really has been granted extended minutes dito by Coach Jerome.
And he's perfect at the line so far for 5 of 5. And Santillan is back in the game. Tubong Sagay City yan. Si Ritzer Santillan has 9 rebounds and 4 assists. And quite surprised that he wasn't sent back earlier nung nag-run itong Quezon City. But nonetheless, he's on the floor to guard Jeric Teng.
Those two players that we just talked about, these are two players na hindi kailangan ng bola para maging effective sa hig.
Cuyos. Back out to Lao. There's a mismatch here. Albo wants the ball against Casino, but hindi good denial by Casino. Here's Gantalao now for 3. Yes! Jonathan Gantalao, 13 points here in the second half. And he's put the lead back to 6 points para sa Negros.
Unlikely leading scorer para sa Negros Muscovados.
And now able to recover the loose ball, Cuyos. Here's Albo. Teng ang nakabantay, Lao. Now with Gantalao, 10 to shoot. Gantalao, slight push there by Casino. Magsak si Gantalao, no call. And Huskers with possession. Casino. Coping Lagrama attacks and scores.
One of the rare times that he looked for his shot there, putting the ball on the floor, attacking the defense, and going up for that lay-in.
6 points para kay Topeng Lagrama. Lead is at 4 points para sa Negros. Cuyos to Lao. Oh, great finish. Great ball movement para sa Muscovados.
That is one thing that was going well for them in the first half. That's why they were able to establish a double-digit lead. It was that ball movement and the patience on offense that we have not seen quite much here in the third quarter because of the improved defense nitong Quezon Huskers.
Oh, Gantalao knocks it down. 16 points para kay Jonathan Gantalao. A super sub para dito kay Coach Jerome Aledron, coming out of nowhere to do some damage para sa Muscovados.
He has not missed a lot here in his time on the floor, and he has been scintillating, sizzling hot in his time here. Ito si Jerome Gantalao, giving the Muscovados a 9-point lead, 70-61.
Back inside the Quezon Convention Center. Our VIPs still enjoying the action. And after that very exciting third quarter para sa home team, natahimik ulit sila with that explosion galing kay Jonathan Gantalao. 16 points now for Gantalao, and Negros on top by 9.
If there's one thing that the Muscovados have proven in this game, it's that every time that Quezon will go on a roll, they have been very effective in coming back and establishing a run once again, as a three-pointer is hit right there by Santillan.
Jeric Teng cuts the lead to 6. Santillan inside. He scores once again. RJ Minerva. And time for Jeric Teng really to take charge here. Si Albo nakabantay, uses the Sandagon pick. Natapik ang bola, recovered by Richard Albo.
That was a good pass right there. Bounce pass off of that pick and roll, but Sandagon just unable to handle that basketball.
Gantalao, what a move! Very smooth, Jonathan Gantalao. All the way from Canlaon City.
He continues to dazzle.
Kababayan ni Craniel Viloria yan.
Oh, okay. Kaya naman pala medyo similar yung laro, ah. 5 out of 6 in the second half alone.
Teng for 3. And Richard Santillan. Binibigyan ng welcome to the MPBL moment ni Jeric Teng. Nalagay yung kamay sa ulo.
He's starting to get hot as well. Ito si Jeric Teng, 2 straight 3-pointers para sa kanya.
74-67. Here's Lau. Against Sandagon, 7 to shoot. Lau, short. Gets the offensive rebound. He'll get the roll.
I don't think that was the shot that they intended to happen on that play. Actually, I think Adrian Lau wanted to set up Gantalao once again, but he was directing him to go to the post. Gantalao, though, did not move to that area, which prompted Adrian Lau to take matters into his own hands, while Tomas Torres on the other end getting another basket para sa Quezon. 10 points in the game.
76-69. Negros still in control. Lau against Minerva. Inside, Adrian Lau, and the setup job from Jonathan Gantalao. Once again, 11 points para kay Adrian Lau.
Really taking advantage of his height and heft down low.
Minerva.
Against the thin front line. Hard save, Minerva.
Wow, 78-72. For a while, I thought this was going to be a low-scoring affair, but things have picked up here in the second half. And ngayon, Negros with a 6-point lead. Gantalao almost knocked that one out. 78-72.
That's only second miss of the game. Didn't take a while for Jeric Teng to start getting hot here. He is in a rhythm dito sa ating fourth quarter.
4-point game. Mau Javelona and Jason Melano ready to come back into this ball game. Teng with the steal. And Alcala will score. 8 points for Mayor Mark Alcala. And the Huskers mounting a comeback here in the fourth quarter. They're just down by 2 points. Defense to offense in the blink of an eye para sa Huskers.
You mentioned this earlier, Sidel, that these are the things that should happen para sa Quezon to make things easier para sa kanila, and that has been things that they have been doing to get into this game back again. 78-76, only a 2-point lead para sa Negros.
Tan. And Quezon Province have been gracious hosts to the MPBL's opening day. Coach Jeric Gonzalez and the rest of the Huskers have turned things around here after being down by 16 in the first half. Good look at Governor Helen Tan. Sobrang ganda ng hosting nila sa atin dito on our first day of MPBL action. Quick shout out lang ako because may biglang nag-init yung phone ko eh. Si our good friend Christian Luanson, Coach Christian Luanson, watching together with CJ Cancino, JD Kagulangan. No, sa Coach Goldwin Monteverde.
UP Fight.
UP Fight. Team mo yan, Javi. Siyempre nanonood sila supporting some of their former players, Vic Ramos and CJ Katapusan and AJ Madrigal also. So, magandang gabi sa inyo. Hope you're enjoying the action. Pau Javelona back in the game. 8 seconds in the shot clock. Bartolo against Pascual. Javelona gets it back. Jumper from Pau. In and out. Rebound ni Minerva. Quezon with a chance to tie and or even take the lead here. Torres blocked.
Good help defense right there by Bartolo. Torres was able to get a step on his defender. But the help was right there to swat that shot right away.
Javelona family, Briton and Carlo, the brothers of Pau, watching as well. Magandang gabi sa inyo. Minerva. Pangilinan is open. Yes, sir! 79-76. Quezon, 78 rather. Quezon on top.
A lot of guys already in double figures para dito sa Quezon Huskers.
And Talao is blocked by Minerva. 11 points na si Mark Pangilinan. We got 14 from Teng, 10 from Torres. Melano against Minerva. Spins, tough shot, caught the roll. My goodness, Jason Melano, 13 in the ballgame.
Using his experience once again to manufacture that shot, that penchant for hitting those difficult baskets. Ito si Jason Melano.
Yeah, very difficult there para kay Daryl Pascual because he was asking Casino to, maghintay muna, makaset up siya. But he had no choice there, and he commits the offensive foul. Javelona against Casino. Javelona to Bartolo. Napayungan ni Sandagon. Quezon getting the stop. Chance to retake the lead once again. Torres. Sandagon inside. Couldn't make the shot. Well defended. Javelona. Down low to Melano. We're down to our last 2 minutes of the ball game. Albo fires a three. No. Thomas Torres with the rebound. Torres. The runner got the roll. And the Huskers in the lead, 81-80. 12 points para kay Thomas Torres.
Adrian now comes in for Robert Bartolo, Jeric Teng for Mark Pangilinan. Mark Lawrence for Jonathan Cantalao.
Cantalao, first rest here in the second half.
Erupting for 18 points in the third and fourth quarters. And Quezon back in the lead here. Impressive basket by Thomas Torres.
Lau against Sandagon. And both teams not yet in the penalty. Pangatlong team foul para ng Quezon Huskers. Wala pa nga team foul itong Negros. That might come into play here. In the final minute and 27 ng ating laro.
Yeah, in a close game like this, those are things that you really have to heavily consider. The number of fouls that you have, and if you're already in the penalty or not.
Javelona ran out of space. It's a turnover.
Crucial stop by the Huskers on that baseline inbound play nitong Negros Muscovados. Talagang pinasikip nila yung space ng Negros on that play, making it hard for the white shirts to get an opportunity at the basket.
Casino. Manginang pick kay Sandagon. Casino attacks the D of Lau. And Lau comes up with the block. Referees want to check kung kanino last touch.
Yeah, but that was definitely a clean block. Good defense there by Adrian Lau to prevent itong Quezon from extending the gap and putting more cushion on them.
What a ball game this has been, Navi. Alam mo, kanina, akala natin Negros was all set to run away with this game. You know, racing to a 16-point lead in that second quarter. But Quezon, they were, you know, hindi natin alam kung anong makukuha natin sa kanila. They were struggling. It seemed like, their offense was going nowhere at some point. And then, yung end ng second quarter was really crucial when they got a few stops. And that's when they got going. And na-sustain nila dito sa ating second half.
You just got to give credit to the coaching staff for this resurgence of theirs here in the third and fourth quarters. And we also have to remind everybody sa Delph na hindi pa to kompleto yung lineup nila ng Quezon. So this is just a glimpse of the firepower that they have. Wala pa dyan si reigning NCAA MVP Will Guzom among others. Of course, Al Francis Tamsi is nursing an injury as reported by Mika earlier.
Sandagon is fouled. Oh, what a play once again para kay Thomas Torres. Attracting the D, and Sandagon will go to the line. 56 seconds remaining.
That's just the beauty of being such a threat offensively, that the defense doesn't really know what to do. Because Thomas Torres is an able scorer, he attracts the defenders inside the shaded area, and when that happens, able to pass it off to a teammate. A willing passer as well. That has been ever since his days with the LaSalle Green Hills High School program.
1 for 2 para kay Sandagon. And that's a foul on Minerva. Wala pa sa penalty. Maliksigan Talao in place of Maloles. The 5 on the floor for Negros: Albo, Javelona, Gantalao, Melano, and Lau. Teng, Torres, Casino, Minerva, and Sandagon para naman sa Quezon. Javelona now wants that basketball. A lot of contact there, no call. Javelona, step back three, that's short. Rebound goes to Thomas Torres. 11-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Quezon looking to complete the comeback here. Torres drives, misses. Great defense by Negros. Shot clock is off. Gantalao, Albo blocked by Sandagon. 12 seconds remaining. And Negros requesting a timeout here. 12.1 seconds remaining.
A laudable effort right there by Simon Sandagon. preventing even an attempt from three-point country para dito sa Negros, which could have given them the lead here with little time remaining on the clock. And Sedel, imagine that. No team has taken a timeout in this fourth quarter until now.
Kaya nga eh. And for the Muscovados, they are not yet in the penalty. Just one team foul. The Huskers are already over the limit. Take a look at this closeout by Sandagon. Ang haba ng closeout na yun. Really had to rush all the way to the three-point line to deny Albo that shot.
But the athleticism, that leaping ability, making it possible for him to challenge that shot and swat it away. He has done that a lot in the UAAP, now taking his talents to the MPBL.
So Quezon, who would have thought after being down by 16, they just need one more stop to close out this ball game.
I think everybody in here expected that from their team, no? Na hindi sila susuko despite being down by that much during the early part of that game. Kasi ayaw rin naman talaga nila sayangin yung punto ng mga tao dito. Imagine, we're filled to the rafters here at the Quezon Convention Center.
And who would you go to if your coach Jerome Maledron? Gantalao has 18 points in the ball game. Lau has been solid as well. Melano is a very capable scorer. Albo can hit a three. And Pau Javelona can create and also make the shot. Coach Jeric Gonzalez delaying the proceedings as well. So more instructions para sa kanyang lima on the floor. Sandagon, Casino, Torres, Teng, and Minerva.
That's something that not a lot of teams really do once nag-timeout na ang isang koponan, the one on the offensive end. The defensive team doesn't really burn a timeout, but because there is only little time left on the clock and they still have 2 timeouts left, isusugal na Coach Jeric to give added instructions defensively para sa Quezon Huskers.
It's been a great evening of basketball for our opening ng 2023 OKBet MPBL regular season. It's going to be a long one. Senator Manny Pacquiao League founder and also Governor Helen Tan, the Huskers and their supporters celebrating, pero ang kanilang team need to get the job done here. Ganda na nilalaro ni Gantalao. You have multiple threats if you're Negros.
So this is going to be an inbound on the right side of the baseline. Not your usual setup para dito sa Negros Muscovados. You have Gantalao outside. Adrian Lau, I'm looking at a cross screen right here or a down screen on Jason Melano from Richard Albo that will set up ito si Adrian Lau.
Lau in trouble. Binigay kay Javelona. Good look. Pau Javelona couldn't make the shot. Melano hang time. No. 1.5 seconds remaining. There will be a review.
2 opportunities, right? There are actually 3 if you count that 3-point shot by Pau Javelona for Negros to be able to take the lead or tie this game and maybe send it into overtime. But Jason Melano just could not convert on what could be one of his easiest shots here in this game compared to the shots that he's been taking in this match.
We've been treated to one great game. Titingnan natin who will get possession. 1.5 seconds remaining. Quezon confident na sa kanila mapupunta ang bola.
If this ball goes to the Huskers, this might be just it for this ball game. But if Negros is able to gain possession here, still a lot of time for them to get a decent shot. 1.5 seconds on the clock. And there you go.
Quezon Huskers.
Wow.
Timeout, Quezon.
Coach Jeric Gonzalez, his last timeout. They're looking to seal the victory here. And as we mentioned, they had to get it done on the defensive end para on the cusp of this victory.
And that's exactly what they did. Really intensifying their efforts defensively to be able to get easy shots in transition rather. And this prompted their offense to be more free-flowing in the half court. Kasi they see already baskets going in transition. Kaya naman mas may confidence na sila tumira pag they are settling for half-court sets.
There was a 9-point lead for Negros at one point here in the fourth. But what a comeback. Again, for the Quezon Huskers. There's a call. We're trying to get confirmation kung oh. It looks like Coach Jerome Aledron is using a challenge. And this is a new rule in the MPBL. They have one coach's challenge. That's equivalent to a timeout. So that will give more time again for our game officials to review.
And keeping up with the innovations of basketball around the world, also part of the FIBA rules already, Coach's Challenge. They've been practicing that in different leagues.
That's the first ever Coach's Challenge in league history.
There you go. That's the light signaling the challenge. If a challenge is unsuccessful, it will mean one timeout less para sa iyong kupunan. But if it is successful, you get to keep the timeout and, of course, you keep the basketball.
After the review, challenge unsuccessful. Quezon Huskers basketball.
And, it took a while for them to review the initial call. And, yung challenge, there was a very, very slim chance na babaguhin nila yun kasi ni-review na nga nila eh.
That's correct. That was the second review on that coach's challenge. But we'll look at it again, no?
There's Casino. And that's the tap from Albo.
It really seems inconclusive from that replay,
If that's inconclusive and they feel like it could have been a jump ball,
yeah.
And the possession could have been Negros, but nonetheless, we are here and they've made a decision. 1.5 seconds remaining. Quezon up by 2. Wala pa sa penalty ang Negros Muscovados.
Oh, they need a steal here.
And Casino will milk the clock, and that's it. A historic night para sa Quezon franchise dito sa Quezon Convention Center as the Huskers complete an amazing comeback from 16 points down and 9 points here in the fourth quarter. And it ends Quezon with an 82-80 win against fellow expansion team Negros.
What a nail-biter of a game, Sidelf, and the Quezon fans are really very happy. Of course, led by their good Governor Helen Tan, really very enthusiastic about this first victory in franchise history ng kanilang kupunan.
That's the final score right there. Quezon Huskers winning over the Negros Muscovados, joining Bataan in the win column as we bring you our OK Bet player of the game, who is with our Kapitan.
Maraming salamat, kasama ko nga ngayon ang best player of this ball game na si Jeric Teng. Jeric, you know, we talked about how you want to take your time in terms of your conditioning. But with what you showed us here today, lalo na yung last quarters, clearly, it's a glimpse of what you can really bring to this team eh.
Yun lang, we stuck with the game plan of coach. Yung first quarter, medyo, syempre, opening jitters, everyone was eager to show out. Pero yun, nung nakuha na namin composure namin, that's when we executed better.
Kung nag-work yung sinabi ni Coach kanina na, ready na ba kayo maglaro?
Oo nga, Coach Jeric is a great motivator. So, yun, everyone is just ready to play.
Jeric, may mga gusto kang pasalamatan or batiin?
Of course, first of all, I want to thank God for blessing us with a win. Sa mga taga Quezon, maraming salamat sa suportan nyo. Of course, kay Gov Helen Tan, kay Kong Mike, kay Labos Pato, sa lahat ng buong management ng Quezon Huskers. Maraming salamat sa suportan nyo. We're gonna do our best to win every game.
Maraming salamat, and once again, congratulations. That was the best player of this ball game na si Jeric Teng. Balik sa inyo, si Delph and Javi.
Maraming salamat, Mika, and congratulations to Jeric Teng. What a way to announce your return to the MPBL. Still far from 100%, pero good enough, more than good enough to lead this team to an opening day victory, 82-80, as the Quezon Huskers overcome the Negros Muscovados for their initial win ng kanilang franchise.
And you know, it was not just Jeric Teng really the bright spot para dito sa Quezon Huskers. A lot of players contributing considerably dito sa kanilang panalo. Guys like Thomas Torres, Mark Pangilinan, RJ Minerva, Simon Sandagon, a number of them really putting on fine play in their first game of the season.
And the grind begins. Our games on Monday at the Star Arena in Baliwag, Bulacan. Comebacking Bulacan Kuyas are separate. So back in action, we host the Sarangani Marlins. That's live on 1PH in the also nearby Sia Rice Bankers. The defending champions begin their title retention campaign also there in Bulacan. So, dyan na po nagtatapos ang aming coverage ngayong gabi dito sa Quezon Convention Center. For my partner, Happy Palana, courtside reporter, Mika Besamis, and of course, the men and women working here in the NCAA. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagsubaybay at pag-suporta sa Liga ng Bato. Of course, we have to say good night from the Lucena City.
You like winning? We got you. OK Bet. Made by Filipinos for Filipinos. Enjoy the action and get the entertainment bet you deserve. Register now. Head over to www.okbet.com and sign up.